your Twitch keys not working because we're live.
Oh. Okay. I didn't know you went live. I thought I was doing it.
Been live for 10 minutes. Did you get the ad here?
I did, but I didn't. Okay.
It's okay, buddy. I was just trying to surprise you, I guess. I don't know.
Well, consider me surprised, my friend. It is nice to hear you. I sent you the draft and client. Good, sir.
Got it. Oh, this is a new draft link. I might have to why isn't it giving me an option to edit this? Okay. There we go. Well, hello and welcome to the stream today. I am your host, Hairwiz, and this is CLT if you don't already know. We're
Yep.
casting Happy Jellyfish versus Scorch, and we are underway on the draft right now. So this is a best of 3 fearless. So whatever's picked here obviously will not be eligible for game 2, 3, and so on.
A lot of returning players in this series.
Yeah, I mean both teams are completely returning. When I say
Yeah, that
that,
has
I
to
should
line up
say
things
Happy
with.
Jellyfish is a new iteration of Sad Jellyfish, but all the members of the team, I'm pretty sure, have played in the league, correct?
No, I think Happy Jellyfish's jungler is new to the
Oh,
league. Terrace.
all right, one new player.
Tavares.
One new player out of 9.
Well, no, Scorch's AD is
Oh,
also
you're
new to
right.
the league.
Mustafa's too. Okay, 2 players out
Yeah,
of
Mustafa.
two
Yep.
players to 8. All right, whatever. Close enough.
I mean, we
80% is
gotta give him some props.
close to 100%. You know, you can round up.
I see Happy Jellyfish wasting no time getting Ruriko one of his comfort picks.
Yeah.
Then also with Mustafa being AD, their last season's AD Boonstra moved to mid. So be curious to see what kind of champ pool or ADs that kind of transfer over. He was one to play mages like quite a bit in the bot lane, so I think the transition should be pretty seamless for him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely curious about what this new iteration of Scorch's lineup looks like.
Mhm. See the early Ari Vi combo, and even combat that with a Camille too. There is some serious lockdown on this comp already. But I think the Xayah pick is really, really good. Galio's known to be, great into Camille. Whoever she locks down, he can ult. So I think Happy Jellyfish already came into this game with a really solid plan, and Scorch looks like they kind of countered that plan. At least had good reactions to it.
Yeah, so far pretty pretty standard drafting. I mean, if you watch any bit of the pro scene, most of these picks are pretty heavy right now in the pro scene. So nothing unusual there.
Zillion getting taken away from Calico.
Yeah, and my cutie's pool being attacked a bit here.
Yeah.
I find it interesting. You actually see on the first rotation here, both mid, top, and jungle all taken for happy jellyfish. I mean, that's a steep draft decision for sure.
Mhm.
That means those two lanes can certainly be countered. Um, we'll see if they're able to do that here with their
I love
pick on
the
top.
I love the Zillion Janna ban. Just get rid of champions that can absolutely peel all of those members of Happy Jellyfish off of.
Yep. The one thing I gotta say though, I feel like though they're seeming to play heavy for their supports on both roles, it's just so interesting. Again, with this draft, we talked about this whole engine being picked in the first rotation. You kind of leave yourself open to just kind of get countered in multiple major roles, which that being um, mid, top, and support. Pretty much all three roles had counter potential. So I don't know what the Galio Ari matchup is, but I'm assuming it's pretty Galio favored eventually. So probably have the first item.
Galio's just kind of, in my opinion and in my experience in the matchup, Galio's just able to push back after first item, but Ari really doesn't mind the tankiness that Galio brings to the table because of the true damage on the return queue. So she's one of the few mage champions that just kind of shrugs her shoulders and it's like, it's just a Galio. Um, but
Uh,
in lane, she can have some difficulties because Galio has good gank setup.
yeah, I mean having one form of true damage in your kit, I don't feel like that innately matters. But actually, it was Galio support the whole time. We all got bamboozled. Get wrecked,
Yeah. Um,
right? I mean, it has to be right.
yeah, that
Although,
is,
hey,
well, could be.
could be. Is it Nico support? I don't know.
I know
One of those is.
Cali, well, Cali in the playoffs spammed a bunch of Galio, and I think she picked it all 3 games in their last playoff series. But that's not to say that Nico can't go support either. I do like the Nico regardless, just because again you're just diving into their team comp, so diving into Nico, Galio, Xayah, Wukong. Like it's you're diving into a lot of shit. So we'll see what ends up happening here.
Yeah, we shall see.
Mhm.
I won't be denied.
Seriously? Seriously? Lame.
Who dares defy my will? You can't cage me for long.
Calico in the chat says we've been Nico'd.
So maybe that is Nico's support. I really just don't know, man. At this point, we'll see when the picks go through. A lot of AP
What
though on the side of Scorch here. So it should be a pretty good angle for Camille and Vi to get themselves a Hex Drinker
Mhm.
to negate some of that incoming burst damage that Nico
Yeah.
and Mordekaiser can bring.
All right, it is a Nico mid.
Yeah, so
Alrighty. Now that's a little bit different matchup into Ari. Like she can outrange Ari and poke, but Ari has a little more wave clear earlier. Then they both just kind of trade waves afterwards.
Yeah, it's
But
gonna be an interesting matchup. I mean, Nico has a lot of outplay potential with her little clone, right? So can use that to tank the charms. Use that for Vi when Vi can gank. You utilize it well. You can completely negate the ult.
yeah, there's definitely a lot of skill expression. I mean, even if you see Vi charging up Q, you can just clone and move the clone in front of Vi, so she can tank it as well. So there's you can always tell how proficient a player is on Nico with their W usage. But I think with this Galio going bot though, this puts a lot of pressure on their bot lane to keep it relatively even. Because I think Jen Rel has a lot of damage early. So if they force Galio to backtrack a little bit, they can then play the range game.
Yeah, Galio has some kind of cancels here too in the row, so there's also that. Galio can cancel the knockup with W or E if timed correctly. Both are pretty difficult to do, but you can do it. So that might help out in lane a little bit.
It's a rare time we see Ares pick an AP champ as well up in the top lane. So see how this one goes. Ares versus Dippy is going to be just a banger top lane matchup. Both of them are just so good.
Did you ever look at Nightbot, by the way?
I did not. I had this whole week off, and like every vacation week, it's got busy and busy, so I've lost track of a few things. But
CLT making excuses like usual, guys. Sorry that Nightbot's screwing everybody over.
Route.
He had one job. He's fired.
Well, yeah, fire me. So, what overall, which team comp do you like better?
I don't know, man. I mean, I think Vi into Wukong is Vi favored for most of the game. I don't really know. I mean, after that, I look at it like Zaya has a button to make it so Vi can't get in. Nico has a button to make it so Vi can't get in. That could really mess with the plan that Happy Jellyfish has drafted. I think the DPS of both teams is pretty similar. There's a lot of damage on both sides, though I think per minute it's probably a little higher on Scorch's side. So these team fights should probably favor them, just based on what I said about Vi and the fact the damage. They're a pretty good front to back team. I don't know. I think if you made me really choose, I do think Scorch's team comp is slightly better, but I like the solo lanes here more on the side of Happy Jellyfish. So
I think when it comes to and this was my opinion, I think when you have like an engaged team comp versus more of a disengaged / peel comp, it's harder to execute the peel comp. So I do kind of give the slight edge to the engaged just because their buttons are just so it's not as much mechanics behind them. Like Camille, you're just diving in, pressing R, Vi's pressing R, Ari's then comboing off of that. So I do think I give the slight edge to Happy Jellyfish, but Scorch does have a lot of tools if used correctly and if they play together well as a team in the 5v5. I think they have a lot of tools to fend off this engage. But man, there's a boatload of engage. And also, who does Mordekaiser really like ult? Just Rel? Because Jin shouldn't be in the picture.
Rel is a good ult for sure. Take her out of the fight with her engage tool. Like if she tries to jump in, instantly alter, could be like disgusting. I think Ari is not a bad choice. If you want to again, just I feel like Mordekaiser really is just here to eliminate a target, and I don't mean actually kill. Like you know how usually it's like, well, Mordekaiser ult because he wants this AP, or Mordekaiser ult because he wants to like solo kill this person. I think here he wants to allow his team to fight pretty safe, and I think creating space by literally just ulting a target that can disrupt that space would be great. So get Camille out of the fight, like play towards his back line. So when Camille tries to go in, he just instantly clicks R, for example, would be like the perfect setup, and then the Wukong kind of jumps in, and it's just like, all right, what are you gonna do? While Zaya is just smacking everybody for free at that point.
Yeah. I do think that Grubs is a. I am not.
I'm 15 seconds. Well, 14 seconds actually.
I do think the one thing that Happy Jellyfish has as more of an out team comp wise is the threatening split push from Camille.
Yeah,
Like
that's
if
why.
they get
That's why I was saying I like this whole lanes because of this.
Okay, 10 seconds, 11, 12, 13, 14,
Right, we're good.
15. Sweet.
Yeah, I don't mean to cut you off. That's definitely why I feel the same way about this.
Yeah.
Lanes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think traditionally grubs have been over prioritized a little bit. I actually think this is one time where grubs play a big factor if this Camille gets ahead and they can secure 6 grubs. Or at least 4 for the side of Happy Jellyfish. So we'll see how that ends up going. If I'm not mistaken, this matchup features our MVP from last split, correct? Was for Rika.
Yep. Took my brain a second. Just trying to remember.
Yep.
Yep, Sarika was the regular season MVP last split. Unfortunately, he could not take his team to the finals. Neither one of these teams ended up. The version of Sad Jellyfish didn't make it, and neither did Scorch, both losing early on.
Little big trading here in the bot lane.
Yeah, I mean that's that's very much not good for Calico here. You know, a lot of damage early on.
Yeah. He already used both her pots, it looks like, after that 4th shot.
Yeah, we do see Vi straight into an invade. Will get spotted out though, so they do have the information. Let's see what the Vi decides to do.
So there's a potential 3 camp to dive, maybe?
Could be. Wait, Rusty is none the wiser? I thought that ward was red ward. Just spotted the Vi there. So Rusty's gonna be pretty far behind on camps.
Big trade by Ares up top, pushing back this Camille. But looks like the bot lane's getting zoned off here. Yeah, so Vi gets 3 buffs.
Yeah, I mean so far 2 camps up, and a good chance at getting the not only 3 buffs but a huge lead in XP.
Well, top has push, and it looks like Rusty. Oh, we got a big fight in the bot lane here.
Yeah, they're engaged on the Calico, dropping Ignite. Calico's forced to flash, but this should be a dead Galio, and it will be.
So, with that though, Vi is going straight for this bot lane scuttle on spawn, and Rusty's going to grab top lane scuttle plus buff. So Rusty ends up evening it out just a little. A big trade topside.
No, he's
Dippy.
not. He doesn't have information on Vi, so he's going top to try to punish
Oh.
Dippy. Dippy does have flash. There's no E on Ares. But this should be a kill, and it will be. So Rusty's able to pick up a nice little cheeky kill.
See, they know that this blue buff is up, so surprised Rusty and Ares don't walk in there together, get him that buff. But giving him the kill actually kind of evens him up.
A gold, yes. It's pretty even in gold, but it's still an XP disadvantage for Wukong.
Yeah. Actually, Wukong up about 200 gold himself, yeah, so XP-wise he'll be behind. But Sheen on that first back's gotta feel real good. It looks like Rurika's going the Roa build on Ari.
Grubs do spawn in a minute. Dragon's already on the table.
Rurika getting himself a little bit of a CS lead already here mid.
Wukong moving in. Does spot out Vi. And a W.
Marcuti's
and
already roamed
here
up
though,
here.
and Rurika is also moving over. Rusty's forcing a flash, putting his top lane in a bad spot. Air's gonna flash, but
Oh,
a
nice
nice
charm.
charm coming from Rurika. That's gonna be a dead Mordekaiser. A bit of a mistake there by Rusty without the move of his mid laner.
Really nice roam from Marcuti.
Yeah, unfortunately, Marcuti does get the kill, so this doesn't really help them as much on the side of Happy Jellyfish. But Rusty and Calico are going to be on top of this Drake, so get something back here.
Mm-hmm. Them picking up this first Drake, I think, is going to help them in the long run. The fact that it doesn't already let Happy Jellyfish, who want this tempo to be fast, start stacking Drakes.
Should be about a whole level down here. But he's going to collect some camps while Vi is doing the grubs. Vi does grubs pretty slow early, so Calico helping out Wukong there to get the Drake, kind of helps out with tempo a bit. And now we'll see the gold and the XP kind of come back for the Monkey here.
Yep.
Vi should hit her level 6 off these wolves though. Oh no, she didn't. I know what's off.
No. Rusty ends up clearing this bot side jungle of hers outside of the doubles. So that at roughly what evens up the experience with just a touch.
Yeah, as long as he's able to collect most of his camps here, it'll be literally be even. So we'll see what happens here.
We'll see if Vi hit 6 here.
Oh, a nice
so now
engage there on Mustafa. Mustafa's gonna get CC'd up though. Terra's
He is
gonna,
level 6.
Yeah, Terra's gonna hold the R. They do force the R on Mustafa. Does he have the pullback? He does. A lot of damage under this vibe, but it's not gonna matter. Curtain Call is opening up. One more shot. Will it land? It will!
Oh.
And that's going to be a dead Mustafa and a double kill for Navis on the Shin.
A nice engage overall by Marcuti there to start the play. Knowing that Vi was going to get level 6 off those.
Yeah, really well executed snap engage.
bigger.
And so now Vi is moving into the jungle with Rurika. Looks like they're actually hitting topside for a play. Marcuti is also here, so I think they want to set up a dive. Does Ares have any information? That is the question.
He has ult. Diving a Mordekaiser with ult's kind of scary.
Yeah, if they CC this properly, though, it'll potentially work out. Alright, the initial engage so far is pretty good. Into the Shadow Realm, Marcuti does go.
He doesn't have the damage to kill Morkiti here,
Yeah,
so...
he's got to try to find a way out. He doesn't have flash, though, so he's going to die, unfortunately. Rusty has arrived. The charm's going to miss. Nice ease. So far going okay, but can they turn? A terrace is going to fall, but that's all that's going to happen. It'll be a 1-for-1. And Navis gets the kill onto Mustafa down there in the bot lane. 1v2.
So
all the Mustafa enjoyers, I don't know if you're enjoying this right now.
So now taking a little bit of a snapshot at this, 6 kills to 2. Dragon is over the side of Scorch, but they did lose first 3 grubs here. They're up by just a little over 2,000 gold here. So, and honestly, this is what they want their team comp to do: is make plays around the map, be a little fast paced, and put pressure on this early game. And that's a 4-kill Jhin with Collector already. There's Marcuti again up topside.
Forcing Ares to flash, but here is going to come the ulti out of Camille, and that is just a dead Mordekaiser. Kira's getting himself onto the board. Oh, nice charm there out of Mustafa. My goodness, Eureka popping off. That's going to be at least 1 kill. This might be a double. Mustafa does have the ult, so it's just going to be 1 kill here in the bot side. He has 1 more charge. He does. He's going in. Rusty has arrived, but a beautiful
Nice
charm. Here comes the Cyclone. Is Eureka going to fall? He will. Forcing out the flash of the monkey. But meanwhile, on the top of the mat, they do get the full 6 grubs. That is going to be huge for Camille in the split push.
Mm-hmm. And that's Trinity Force at 11 minutes too. So this Camille's already oh, okay. Alright, Dippy, I see you.
Yeah, really nice flash here to pick up the kill.
And that allows them to have tempo for this first dragon, though not everybody is here. Rurika's top lane without TP. Actually, he burned TP to go top lane.
Oh, I think Ares ended up ulting there. Didn't end up catching anybody. Rusty just got to fall for free. And now Ares trying to do what he can. A nice flash there on a Boonstra. Boonstra's going in there with a pop. It's going to be huge. You're going to pick up 1 kill so far onto the Camille. But the Drake should end up falling. And 1-1. And that's going to be Boots, correct? You sure?
Yes, that is feats of strength over to the side of Happy Jellyfish. This Jhin picks up another kill, 5 kills on Navis on this Jhin. But honestly, like, all of this is getting created by Marcuti's roams here. He's been everywhere on this map.
No, Marcuti playing as well as ever. Hasn't really missed a beat.
Let's see. Plates fall here in about 30 seconds. I think Camille still needs like maybe completed boots and like another item to really start putting pressure on this Mordekaiser. But all in all, this game looks primed for Happy Jellyfish to allow their comp to do what they want to do. And tools that Scorch have. Oh my goodness.
That's a lot
The
of
second
damage,
Q
but
out of
Ares does win in the extended trades. It's a big W. Nice
I-
ulti out of Dippy. Oh,
missed the
dodging the
Q.
Q. He's going to come back up. That's going to be a solo kill onto Ares. No, Ares can win that, but he kind of missed some things. Unfortunate.
Dippy did a pretty good job sidestepping quite a bit of it too. You can look at it both ways there, but we see this Nico though picking up this proto belt first. Let's see if Boonstra's able to kind of make a little bit of a snap engage, maybe play a little bit of a pick.
Nah, I don't like Hair Command anymore. I like Hair Wiz. It's who I will always be. Oh. Rika DC. Oh, as we see the chat. Cannot pause while attacking someone is technically correct. We'll count that as a warning. This is some new rules out there, so we'll count that as a warning here for the side of Happy Jellyfish. If it does occur again, though, there will be a punishment in place. So
Nice of Happy Jellyfish to at least in chat say that they're gonna walk away from this engage.
yeah, I think
You
it's the
know,
correct thing
not-
to do.
Yeah.
It's a new rule. For those who don't know, we did in place pause rules. Please, make sure you're reading over the rule book with some of these new changes. So more or less, anytime there is fighting going on, engages, even in some cases, maybe even posturing, kind of depends on that. That one's a little more vague, but regardless, you see an engage like this, some sort of fighting, you definitely cannot pause in the middle of that. Just imagine if that pause was made and it was in the middle of a Scorch engage, that'd be even worse, right? So we want to make sure we're pausing at a fair time. We do understand that you might have issues, or it could clearly something's going on with the internet probably, but gotta be respectful of the situation. So simply step away for a second, tell team to back off your 4 members and pause the game.
Yeah.
I will say this play was probably never a kill anyways, but they were definitely going to get the Xayah ult here, I think, initially. So
Yeah. No, it is kind of a feels bad Xayah ult being down with as much engage as you got on the Happy Jellyfish side.
yeah, it would have been
Is
great for
kind of
them.
foreseeable.
Yeah, it would have been great for them, especially with
A summoner has reconnected.
well, actually, was Drake on the team? No, but Herald was up in about a minute. I don't know how long Xayah ulti is, so.
I don't know like verbatim, but I know it's a fairly lengthy cooldown early. They increased the cooldown, some patches ago.
If I click on it,
So.
will it give me the 116 seconds? Okay, there it is. So it would be back up for the Herald fight if there was one.
Good on Happy Jellyfish to walk away from that engage. So it feels bad.
Yeah, like I
But-
said, misunderstandings. When you haven't been used to certain rules, even if you read it, you might forget because it's not something we all deal with every day. But we're just trying to avoid any unnecessary pausing or any unfair moments of pausing.
So I am started back up.
Yeah, I've been started back up. Yep, I'm in it.
I'm at 14. I'm at about 15 minutes now.
You might be a few
58,
seconds.
9,
Oh no, we're at the same
15.
time. We're at the same time.
Okay, all right.
A lot of pressure here on Mustafa. Meanwhile, there's a fight in the bot lane again. At this point, Ares is going to start losing the trades regardless. I mean, he was already, but now it's really bad here.
Mm-hmm.
Camille's got a almost whole 2 items here on the Mordekaiser.
See, Ruriko goes with the MR boots here, understanding he's probably going to be targeted by this Mordekaiser in team fights. So
Alico's just trying to push them off. But I think turret's still going to fall.
Yep.
It will, but they're going to turn on a Marcuti? Never mind. We decided against it. I do think they had a small window there if they wanted to. The Aftershock was down. Marcuti would be pretty tanky. But then the counter engage could be a little cruel.
Here they are, Happy Jellyfish starting up the Rift Herald. The Ares now with the Ninja Tabbies. Let's see what this helps him in this matchup a little bit.
Now we're looking at 50 seconds on the Drake. It is going to be a Chemtech Soul. Don't know if that particularly favors anybody in this game, but it's always nice to have, regardless.
Yeah, it doesn't like overly favor one over the other, though Scorch's comp does have some innate healing and shielding over it. So stacking Chemtech Drakes on them would feel pretty good. Especially with like a Conquer procced on Ares, and once he gets Riftmaker if he goes that route. And Rusty's passive. Like the enhanced healing on that feels really good. So we see this third Drake getting started up here by Happy Jellyfish. Don't think there's really much Scorch can do right now. I think they're just happy to farm it out.
I don't know, Sensuna, if that's true or not, but that is pretty funny. Cutie patooties, you say.
I haven't heard that term in a long time.
For now on, I'm calling Terrace and Rurika the cutie patooties couple.
I see Rusty coming up here. Looks like they're trying to make a move on Rurika. He's using the vision on this wall pretty well here. I'm surprised Boonstra didn't...
Oh, they're going to catch him initially. Let's see if the CC Langer's enough. A little more damage.
Oh!
Maybe could have waited a little bit on that Cyclone and allowed the CC to full to go through. But nonetheless, nice attempt.
Forces ult and summoners out of Rurika. I felt like Boonstra maybe could have pulled the trigger on the ult earlier. I mean, if Rurika ults upward, then that's even better for them positioning wise. They can just run them down. But still, really nice attempt.
Maybe we'll call Rurika Cutie and we'll call Terrace Patootie.
The Cutie Patootie duo of mid jungle. We see a double giant spell coming out of Vi. Potentially going to see a Heartsteel here or Warmogs?
Nice charm here on the Ares. Are they going to try to chase? Oh, he does get the
Oh,
ulti
we're-
off. Marika's trapped in the realm. So far, kiting up pretty
Oh,
well. Nice
big
engage! I don't know about Cutie, but so far the fight's pretty even. No one has died quite yet. Vi's going to jump into the Herald. Force the barrier. Going to get multiple people knocked up with the Herald play. Nava's going to pick up a kill. That's one down so far. Here comes Dippy. Calico will fall next. Rusty with a... Oh, I'm sorry. That's Bootstrap that threw me off too.
Yeah.
No, Rusty is going to fall to Terrace there.
I think it fooled Navis there. She flashed forward. Oh, big
nice
catch here
engage
by
there.
Boost.
Enough to kill Navis. It will not be. And that's going to be godlike now on this Jhin. 7-0-1.
Jeez. God, this Jhin hurts.
Vigor.
See, Baron's not up. Casper's in top lane, though. That's a really big take here. That's what, Runis Otacon here, so some petals coming out.
I expect to see that out of con 90% of the time.
Yeah. I mean, they're getting rid of, what's the other one?
GA out of con?
Yeah, they're getting rid of the GA Otacon anyway, so.
Are they replacing it with something else?
No, they're just one Otacon, and it's gonna collect all the flowers that are unclaimed on the map, and then like give you a bonus buff. So it's good. It's just gonna make the flowers more valuable.
I think once they balance it the way they did, they probably realized that GA out of con is just being phased out anyways. Probably better just get rid of it.
Yeah, I felt like if the higher you went in the ranks, the better you are as a team. You can abuse that GA quite heavily. There's a Heartsteel picked up by Vi.
Well,
So,
Don,
kinda
you'll have to
deep.
blame the person in chat for that one. Baron spawning in about a minute and a half, so we see if Happy Jellyfish are looking to end this game soon. I think they're definitely in position to do so. We're talking roughly a 9k gold lead. Rika, though, dashing in. I think Rika might be giving his life. Nice engage here by Dippy. Mustafa's getting insta-pop. Boomstro's trying to do what he can. Pop on him, but it does not matter. Now he's running away for his life. Forced to flash. Uri sending Dippy into the death round, but I think it's his death that's going to be the end of that. Boomstro was picked up also on the
Mustafa
backside.
falls with his ult. They just popped him instantly with that CC layer.
Yeah, there was no chance. Now all there is Rusty to try to defend his base. But it doesn't look like they want to end quite yet. We're going to play here for Soul Point. And maybe push in bot lane. Maybe try to collect a tier 2 if possible.
As Vi gets this now third Drake to sign a Happy Jellyfish. I mean, I guess the good news is with Fearless, you don't have to worry about a Vi Ari combo next game. But see what Scorch has in store for the draft here. Going into this game too, because this game one, they had a nice theory on paper, but Navis just got so far ahead, and then Marcuti's been everywhere on this map. So
Wait, what is my director camera doing? What the heck? Sorry, guys. Honestly, I wasn't paying attention for that second. I don't know what the heck happened. Luckily, nothing happened that mattered, so it's okay.
Here's Happy Jellyfish turning on this Baron.
Yeah, it seems to be the natural progression here.
Yeah, we see Rusty has a history of stealing some of these
Rika
Barons.
spots on
Oh,
Mustafa.
but they're pulling off of it.
Nice charm. Yeah, that's dead. AD for sure. Galio is going to be up next. Nice season desist on the Boonstra. Boonstra's trying to run away. Oh, nice flash charm over the wall. Boonstra's going to die pretty much instantaneously. Now Rusty, the poor monkey, is next up on the chopping block. There is nobody left. This Happy Jellyfish is just cleaning house. Ares is going to reset, but I think he's just going to reset to his own demise.
Well played by Happy Jellyfish. Like, you think it's going to be just a straight up Baron, but they were quick to just pull right off of it.
Ares does have someone in the death round, but they are just hitting the Nexus. He does come out, and he's going to pop pretty much instantaneously, and that's going to be a very dominant game one on Happy Jellyfish.
Yeah, that was about a 14,000 gold lead, 25-4. Ooh.
Yeah, this new
That's how you
iteration
started.
of the Jellyfish squad looks pretty strong, based on
That's
what we
how
saw.
you that's how you start a series.
Yeah, you hit him where it hurts. You hit him where it hurts.
Looking back at this game, do you think there was anything draft-wise that Scorch could have done differently? Or do you think this just kind of fell apart once we got in game and the Jin got an early lead?
I mean, yeah, there's definitely some things I could see you changing up in draft, but I don't innately think it was a draft issue. I think it was a play issue this specific game. There's a lot of uncanny mistakes out of what we've seen from Scorch in the past, but also some really, really good plays by Happy Jellyfish. So I think if they could have it back, play things a little differently, I think you'd see the comp shine a lot more.
Yeah, I think overall I agree with you. I think probably the only thing that could have made this interesting is if it was a touch more like utility out of the support role. Like, I think you move Galio mid and maybe just play through the Xayah with some type of enchanter. I mean, being a late game like hyper carry, they do enjoy having enchanters on their team. So, but I think I'm like really nitpicking there. I think it did fall apart mainly like in the game, especially when they tried to attack bot lane as a 2v1 and Jin got away and got a kill in regards to that too. Is where I felt like it just started to really, the momentum was in Happy Jellyfish's hands. So, go over to draft number 2.
Do I have to click on draft 2? Is that how this works?
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, draft 2's started here.
What's this
Kinda
draft?
like this.
This draft tool is called Drafter?
Drafter LOL. And it looks like it's made for Fearless in mind too. So
Is there, like, where does it show the bands from Fearless? Isn't it supposed to show that somewhere or no?
It just you can't. I don't believe you can click on any of the champions that were played last game. It just grays them out immediately for draft 2. So
Gotcha. Interesting.
so, see Scorch missed a ban.
Maybe. Did they say anything in chat?
That's Dippy just asked him. So but we see Rakan getting taken out. It looks like Happy Jellyfish is attacking the jungle pool here now.
I don't know what's up with my my league client, but I cannot see chat anymore. Did they come
You
up
ain't
with
missing
what their
anything.
ban was supposed to be?
Rusty said he didn't hear it pop, so it looks like for now it's no ban, but we'll see if they agree to let something through there. I mean, we're already through the 6 bans here, so I think they're just letting it go as a no ban.
If that's the case,
And I
that
think
is
to be
unfortunate.
Oh, okay, so they did let Scorch have that ban, so that is in fact a Silas ban.
Silas ban. Okay.
Yep, that's good on Happy Jellyfish.
I mean,
Week 1,
weird thing happens sometimes.
yeah, it's week 1. You know, teams are getting used to it. Got a couple new draft sites coming through for Fearless. Excuse me. So, but Scorch taking the Varus here, kind of a 360 compared to Zaya. You know, it's very early the mid game skewed, 80 carry. Depending on the build, I know on hit does scale decently well.
And here we get a
But this
Briar. Okay, so
oh,
Ramus is one of the strongest champions in the game right now. Rusty, let me see it. Pull it out. Do it.
and actually this is not a terrible Rammus angle. I mean, you've got a hyper carry crit ADC and Sivir and Briar. Like I think Rammus is kind of on the table.
Look, if you don't play it, I get it, but I do think this would be the time. And you know the fact that you don't play it, you guys could trick them. You could totally like bamboozle them. You guys got some jungle top pick that they would think is a flex. It'd be great.
Hey, we see the Syndra come out. You know, that has been a very big legacy champ for Boonstra. He played at bot lane quite heavily. And there's the Poppy coming out, so looks like Rusty hasn't gotten in any Rammus games here, but Poppy's still pretty good in the Briar.
Yeah, I think it's decent. It's not like by any means is it like super OP or anything. It's kind of one of those skill expressive matchups.
Mhm. Well, we see a Zoe come out in response. Zoe just recently buffed on this patch. Buffed like a pretty big buff too. So let's see. There's a very slim chance that that's Zoe support, but it doesn't strike me as a Marcutie champion. And in lane, I mean, Syndra can do pretty well in the Zoe for the most part. So see here, the support pool's getting attacked again for this draft. We see the Karma and the Zillion getting removed. Oh, nope. Looks like they're looking to attack Ares' pool. And that is an Aatrox ban. So Calico Zillion is left up.
Oh, what's the series info button? What is this? Oh, picked out for blue side. Oh, that's how you can look at it. There's an option you can click on series info. I just saw that, and it shows you what was picked last game.
Oh, looky there. That's cool.
just staring at it for a second, I go, oh, what's this? No. Haku, you can pause if you have a player that is DC'd. What it is that if you're in the middle of a fight of some sort, like if top lanes are brawling it out, or a big team fight, a Baron or a Drake, um, you're not supposed to pause. There are some kind of like rules about like posturing, but with the posturing one, it's a little more vague. It's kind of like, well, we're posturing for a play, and then they pause so they see where we're standing or something like that. That can kind of ruin that, but that's basically what it is. So it's not about like in no way is it one of those things where we're trying to like say like, hey, don't pause the game because you have a player DC. It's just what if the roles were reversed? You know, what if Eureka AFK'd and Navis was being engaged on? You know what I mean? And now you're pausing the game in the middle of that engage, right? So that's all we're trying to avoid. I mean, yeah, I mean, kind of what it is. I mean, there's nothing you could do about it. We can't plan for everything. It's kind of impossible to play around every little thing and aspect of the game. So, Haku, I mean, if you do have a DC in the middle of a team fight, I mean, you're probably gonna lose it regardless, right? Because even if he does reconnect, it's thrown off for you guys. So, yeah, I mean, you just take the team fight loss and you move on and yell at your mid laner to get better internet connection, man. But there's just never a 100% way of doing things when it comes to stuff like this. At the end of the day, like, it's one of those rules that might upset some, but we're just trying to make the way the game is played as fair as possible, and don't want, any BS happening because people can certainly abuse pauses.
Well, let's touch on the rest of this draft here. We see the Bard coming out for Marcuti, which that definitely strikes me as one of the champions he would gravitate towards since he loves roaming anyway.
Yeah, he's an avid Bard player. Definitely has played it many times here in the league, so nothing easy to see there. As far as Bard into Morgana, that's not easy for Bard at all.
Yeah, it definitely makes Bard's job difficult in lane, but I think once he starts roaming, like Morgana can only chase him, so far. She can't really keep up with his roams either, so I don't think it's the worst pick. It's definitely more of a check than I'd say like a counter. But this Gnar Renekton matchup, and that was Dippy picking Renekton in this matchup here. Well, I don't play top lane. I would have thought Gnar would have been pretty happy with this matchup overall.
Yeah, I think Gnar most of the game can kind of just keep Renekton out, but Renekton never gets on your face, it's never good for you, so that's more or less how that matchup is played. There's some good trading patterns for the Renekton though.
We see again a Briar coming out here. What's your thoughts on this Briar jungle in general, being our resident jungler? Think she's pretty strong right now, or what's your thoughts on it?
I think the champion's busted in some circumstances. But they do have a lot of bursts, so if the Briar doesn't get ahead, she's gonna get one pop pretty much the whole game. A lot of damage out of Syndra, a lot of damage out of Varus. CC one time and just if they layer everything, she just kind of goes away. It's the best way.
I like the Bard ult and the Briar ult as a potential setup, because like their carries are not the most mobile, especially like Syndra Varus. Granted, Morgana, if she's in the area, has a black shield, but
I'm not sure on that interaction. Does the Morgana black shield negate Briar ult or not? It's not CC, but like, how does it work?
The Briar ult hits and she launches herself to somebody, but the fear gets blocked from Morgana's shield.
That's what I
If
figured. I wasn't for
I
sure.
believe.
It'd be really weird if it just negated the Briar all completely, but like at the same time, I've seen weirder stuff before, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking at it, I do agree your point about the immobile carries. I mean, really, you have 3 immobile champions, right? You have Morg, Syndra, Varus. Morgana's supposed to try to help with that in this circumstance, and I do think a lot of the CC is just basically single target on the side of Happy Jellyfish. It's one of those situations where like I do think that Scorch could play the game. And then it just comes down to the Poppy Gnar disruption, right? I think Poppy has a lot of value here. She can stop 3 dashes, which are the Bard Magical Journey, Briar's Q and W, and Renekton's E. So, like, Poppy actually has a lot of value to, like, stop the engage if used properly here. And could be the difference maker in the game overall, just based on that alone. But yeah, I almost feel like even though they don't want to, I feel like Happy Jellyfish, if they could somehow kind of play it slow and more front to backish, might not be the worst. You know, wait out the Gnar transform type thing and then look for play.
Yeah, I would agree. I think actually both teams don't mind a front to back, just because there's not really like a dedicated super tank. So Syndra is going to be able to put a lot of damage along with Varus to pop Renekton Briar if she does build like a little more defensive stats.
I
Early.
don't think Happy Jellyfish wants it front to back. I'm just saying like if they can kind of play it, not pure front to back, maybe flanky with a bit of a like play backwards until they get opportunities. So you gotta wait out certain spells. You gotta wait out the Poppy W, the Gnar transform, and then if once those things are down, like they kind of gives you opportunities for possible plays. But Scorch wants to play front to back, and then they can look to if they get engaged on, they can just re-engage really nicely because of Gnar and Varus ult and stuff like that. So they have a lot of options, I think, on Scorch's side. I think once again, Scorch drafted a really nice comp. I just again when I'm looking at it from that perspective, I go back to these side lanes. What are these side lanes going to look like? I still think it favors the side of Happy Jellyfish a lot. So we'll see if Poppy, specifically Rusty, can get up there and impact that. Because I think if he gets Gnar or Syndra ahead, it'd be very hard for them to play the game.
Yeah, I agree. I think Scorch definitely has a better opportunity of like snowballing off of an early lead, because if you get Varus Syndra unlocked and they get to a lot of damage items early, they have the CC and it's going to be really hard to like walk into Fog of War as the Happy Jellyfish side. But if Happy Jellyfish has like an even game state, they can stall it to late game with Sivir wave clear, Zoe's enhanced wave clear now. And then also like you're walking into Zoe bubbles and Briar and stuff like that. So it's going to be an interesting game. I think this is going to be a little more snowbally, faster paced game than the last one was.
I mean, that one was pretty snowbally, brother.
I mean, it was once Scorch made mistakes, but I feel like this game both teams have a lot of buttons overall.
Not a button.
So, like really, well, that's what I mean. Is like, I mean, if you walk into a Zoe bubble, you're gonna get blasted. If you get Syndra stunned, you're gonna get blasted. If Rusty blocks one of the dashes when you try to get out, you're gonna get blasted. Like it's just so much more, in my opinion, damage overall.
Are you in the game?
In
Brother?
this game, I am in the game. I'm at 30 or 29, 30
All right,
seconds.
we're good.
Sweet. It's always the second game we're on point.
30 seconds until
Yeah.
minions spawn.
Every time.
I am really looking at this bot lane though. I want to see Scorch's bot lane just really put up a fight here. It felt like from minute one last game they were pressured. And they absorbed it, pretty well up until the mid game, but I mean, you're on the better early game ADC, you're on more of a playmaker CC support early. Calico looks like she's going pure AP with this Dark Harvest here, by the way.
Nice word there. Able to get information on the red buff, so they should see where Terrace does end up starting.
Yep. Bard did pick up 2 chimes here, so I believe he gets level 2 off the first wave. Nice trading by Rika early. Zoe does win that level 1, but Syndra kind of starts to push it back about level 3.
And they're being really aggressive bot lane, winning out in these trades heavily. How cute you get level 2 before everybody in the bot lane. Chimes OP.
Yeah. And yet again, we see Terrace taking one of Rusty's buffs.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of really smart movement here by the buyer. Instead of being tracked by the ward, decides to just go in and take his blue side.
Took his whole blue side actually there when they seen him start on Raptors.
See if Rusty has any info on this time though. He is moving over. Looks like he wants to gank. They are pinging. Marcuti's gonna go check.
Nice Q by Rika.
Damage out of Blinker here. They're gonna spot Rusty out in the river.
Marcuti roaming up here to attack.
The flash in, very aggressive from Marcuti. They are going to land the charm onto Boomster though. Do they have the damage? They do. That's first blood going over to Tara. Is going to force the flash out of Rusty Crow.
Well played by Marcuti in general here. Dippy took his hurt shot top lane, but he put enough damage on Ares that he didn't want to follow.
Oh, flash for flash topside. Rusty should be able to pick up this kill here. Does have the ward. That will be a kill going over to Ares, so they will be able to get one back. But once again, I mean, there's a big, going to be the big XP advantage here, unless Rusty's able to get some of these camps back early on.
Looks like he's coming in to steal these Raptors here, but,
Yeah, but
he's on vision.
Have to run away.
Nice bubble here by Rika.
I really like Terrace. I mean, this movement on the map that he's making, very smart decisions. You know, kind of figuring that Rusty was going to go try to take his Raptors. He goes for his Raptors after blue buff instead of staying on his camps to try to maintain this XP lead. So he's up roughly 2 camps at the moment. Actually 3 camps.
Booster starting to fight back in this lane a little bit here. This is where Syndra can push Zoe back. So Calico's already starting to roam up, it looks like, for this Rubs here in 20 seconds.
Yeah, Blincher's still not 6.
He's actually a little low on mana too. Ares getting attacked by Mercury up top here.
Oh, that's a nice CC coming out of this croc. Plus ignite, perfectly well timed. They're going to pick up the kill onto the Gnar, and that should be the grubs. Oh, they're still moving in. Looks like they're going to try to turn on to Marcuti. Should have the damage. Calico is attacked by Terrace. There's an ignite on Terrace. Terrace should fall here. Though a nice E to keep himself alive so far.
There's
And
Dippy.
here comes Dippy. He's a massive crocodile. Defending. Ooh, Calico has to be careful though. The bubble is going to land. Oh, it's not going to matter.
Oh.
Blocking the Q, the ignite auto off W is just too much. And that is a kill for the Zoe.
Yep, and that's kill on Zoe, Briar, and Renekton. Makes this top side of the map really, really strong here.
And they're going to just do it again.
Oh,
Poor,
hello.
poor Gnar.
Oh, Ares. And Mercury steals it. But
Cutie is trying to keep up that KDA.
Nevis having to burn ult here to get away from Varus, so. I don't think Rusty's gotten his blue buff this whole game because Briar just stole it again.
Yeah, but this time he's gonna be able to take some camps back. they have a play set up in the jungle, but I don't think they're gonna find anything. Nobody's looking to face check. My cutie does drop a ward for vision. They're gonna spot out Rusty. Oh, unfortunately, mess with the CC thing, but a really nice W here out of Rusty. The ult does land though on a Boonstra. They're finally going to pick up Marcuti, but Terrace has arrived. Nice ulti out of Mustafa. Ooh, Navy's got to be careful. Does pop the barriers. Running away. Rusty is going to fall. Mustafa now trying to cut it out. Just pop the barrier himself. The E's going to come out of Terrace. That is just too much healing for this Briar. And Marika's going to pick up the kill onto this Varus.
Oh, and lanes a big E onto Calico,
Yes,
but her black shield stops it.
Bubble did land, but it's I don't think it meant too much.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if the shield was back up because I seen her burn it in that fight.
Zippy is like, hey, get over here, Ares. Let's fight.
Calico going after Nevis.
Calico is trying to get the kill. Here's the ignite. Supportal combat. Marcuti gets the better of it.
And overall, we see Happy Jellyfish have about a 3,000 gold lead coming up here on the 10-minute mark. Neither team's taking Dragon, by the way.
And there has been a lot of fighting here in the bot lane. Or not, I shouldn't say bot lane, but bot side of the map.
We see the Titanic Hydra coming out of Briar, so definitely going a little tankier on the build.
Ooh, nice attempt at Mustafa, forcing Marcuti's flash.
This looks like this is going to be a lethality Varus too.
So Rusty's going to come down, but there is a ward here, so they will spot out this Poppy here. And Cinder's going to get caught out here. And so much damage out of Rika! Good night, the Syndra. Oh, Ares wants the fight. Gonna dash in. Does get the
Jimmy pops
dominance
the
out.
ult like, yeah.
I mean, I
Jimmy's
guess
like, try me.
that is something.
Ares looking like taking a fight here.
Ooh, Byron ulti does miss. But they realize
Rusty's in
they
the
have
area.
backup coming, so they have to walk away. Ooh, Ares gonna have to be very careful.
Ares TPing mid here.
Oh, Navy's just being able to clear the way for free. Ah, flash in here. Syndra's gonna be the target. Here comes the sleep. Dipping can pick up with the kill. Meanwhile, Rusty found himself in a bad situation. Gonna flash over the wall with the W on. Oh, but a nice all out of Marcuti, but it's just him by himself. Can he get the kill? I don't think he can. Oh, he drops the ignite.
Yeah, he
Rusty
does.
though, he gets the buckler.
Oh,
Jungler greater than support.
oh, but the bubble.
Marika's trying to flash in auto.
Oh.
Will be enough. Rika has arrived. There is no ult on this Gnar. Nice bubble. He's gonna drop down a mini Gnar. but
Recall.
Not enough damage.
Bubble goes wide here for Rika. He's just kind of being able to do whatever he
A
wants.
lot of damage. No
Oh.
chance to survive. Bluetra's getting
Gets a proto
focused in the mid lane heavily here.
gets a proto belt off the minion wave with that miscue.
Double Dennis Mortis got it done. Dude. I guess so. I guess so, Gio.
Turret plating will soon fall.
Yeah, Rika building a full Magi's here. 5-0 and 5.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh,
Here by
what a-
Marcuti. He's going to catch 3.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, now Terrace is in there. But, oh, there goes the Briar instantaneously down to the Varus. This fight is kind of going back and forth. But I do get the charm on Mustafa.
Oh, but the healing.
Spheres of Power is not enough to kill Rurika. And now Navis shows up. This is going to be a clean wipe and an ace for the side of Happy Jellyfish.
Yeah, it's being a 4 for 1.
Yeah, and the Magi Eyes is huge for Rika right now. 24.
Ooh.
Almost a fully stacked Magi Eyes.
Yeah, started off the fight with 10 stacks. Almost maxed it out immediately.
Yeah, Scorch in a bit of an uphill battle here at this point to even try to get back into this game, let alone make this a series. I think, honestly, CLT, we're probably on our way to a clean sweep here by Happy Jellyfish.
Yeah, everything seems to be pointing towards them. They're up about 7,000 gold here. This game 2 at the 15-minute mark, so pretty impressive gold lead actually. But Varus looked like he was able to do some work in that last team fight. They just unfortunately didn't have enough in the pocketbook to win that fight. But yeah, if they can get
bubble. Bye bye Gnar. Rurika now straight up I think legendary at this point.
Yeah.
Mustafa trying to reference say, oh, the CC does land, breaks the black shield. Mustafa does drop the ulti, but doesn't matter. Flash in there from Briar. Terrace picks up the kill. Nice ulti. Keep the Briar safe.
Nice ulti by Marcuti there. And actually, let me check on the Syndra stacks, since she's like the one late game hope here. Oh, 54 stacks here.
Rico
Oh
was trying
my.
to die there.
You bought him a Jais, my dude. You can't for fun it and just randomly die.
I mean, maybe he can. Who knows at this point?
He loses all the stacks.
True, you lose, you go down to 15, right? Or no, 10.
Yes. No, you lose.
It's half, right? So it's 12?
No, you lose 10 stacks on death.
You lose 10, okay.
Yep.
I thought it was half for some reason.
I think at one point, at one iteration, it was half.
Nice move in here by Rurika.
Oh.
Spheres of Power, though, is a lot of damage. It's a bit of an outplay by Boonstra so far. Gonna miss the E.
Oh.
Ares is on the way as well. Rurika is going to die for this. Gonna try to flash away, but Rusty's also on the long con chase. Is Rusty gonna take the shutdown? He will. 1,000 gold in this Poppy's pocket.
That's 10 stacks off. So I take that back. Maybe you can for fun it. But Booster did really well putting up a fight there. It's the one thing where like Syndra just doesn't really have a chance of missing her abilities in the Zoe matchup. So
Now we do gotta remember the Grub's advantage is on the side of Happy Jellyfish, but they're really not touching these turrets too much. Nice Temper Fate is going to land. Will down the Q. Go for Q timing.
Oh,
Marcuti
nice timing.
is tanking the turret. It's gonna go down. And Knave is nearly dying, forced to flash away. Happy Jellyfish limit testing a bit here on the map at this point.
yep.
Well, let's see if Rusty can. Rusty might find him. Rusty is going to. Does he have the range? Oh, and he gets another shutdown. Alrighty then. Rusty's gonna be pretty big. That was the whole 1,800 gold in his pocket in the last like 2 minutes, plus the turret gold topside. So this man's rich. He's rich, baby.
He's actually he's ahead of gold wise than the Briar now
Hit my
with those
mouse.
shutdowns.
Apologize, guys.
Yeah, he's the only one ahead. And they're just pinging the Silver Death.
That was a great Sever Death. I think they should ping Rurika's death too.
Mhm.
Oh, flashing here onto Rurika. Nice CC layering. Rurika's gonna go down, and now we're seeing Rusty find a bit of a flow state. Ares gonna TP in here in Mega Gnar. What can he do? Are they just gonna try to focus down this Drake? Now it's just Drake 2, so it doesn't mean that much, but it's pretty nice. Oh, another nice catch here onto this Bard. Rusty said, give me the gold and I will carry you, boys. Follow me.
Yeah. Great pick there overall.
Yeah, and they're going to actually be able to spot out this this Briar now. Ares is chopping him down, too. I think he straight up wins the 1v1. He does have ulti as well. And there it is. That's going to be another kill. Unfortunately, Morgana ends up taking it, but some gold kind of coming back here for Scorch. Maybe we spoke too soon.
Yeah, this is a really big turn of events for them. It was a 9,000 gold lead, and now we're down to almost 4. Yeah, roughly 4,000 gold lead here. Yeah, I think if I were to just theorycraft, I don't think Mord knew that she had that much AP or burst in her Q. Probably just wanted to Q when Varus was coming, but the Luden's companion did a boatload of damage there. Yeah. Yeah, this is a full AP Morgana with a Dark Harvest. And actually, we'll check some of the stacks right now. She has 7 stacks on Dark Harvest here, and Boonstra's at 77 stacks on Syndra. So he's
Oh, they're gonna
still
catch out Calico here. Calico
behind
forced
the
a
pace.
flash. Nice back shot to keep it safe. Beautiful ult coming out of Mustafa, and this is gonna
Here
put
comes the
Terrace into the
Briar.
turret. Oh, but unfortunately, he eased him out of the turret. They're not going to
Oh,
the kill.
Briar's
They
still
will. Boontra
alive.
gets the kill.
Nice fight back overall from the Scorch squad.
Yeah, 1 for 1. But we do see Rurika coming over. They're going to be very careful. Marcuti flashing going to mess up the flash Q. He's going to die for literally no reason.
Rurika lands
Flashing
asleep
in, though.
though.
They're going to take out Mustafa.
Oh.
But Ares on the way. He is in Meganar. Can he turn this? It's Boonstra. Oh, beautiful EQ. Flash in there. They're going to pick up Dippy. Shutdown going over. They're going to continue to chase him. Beautiful W here is going to land on Rurika. Rurika should fall. Ares very low HP, but it's not going to matter. And then it's an ace. And all of a sudden, we have ourselves a game.
Yeah, that is a 2 for 5 ace favoring Scorch here. As now they are only down 3,000 gold lead. They keep chipping away at this.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3K now. I mean, and they have the Drakes. So, Happy Jellyfish, a couple mistakes here and there. And all of a sudden now, we're looking at a 3-stack Rurika instead of a 25-stack. So, yikes.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Curse of the Magi Soul Stealer here. Anytime you buy it, you lose all your stacks. So Syndra pinging, she's on 95 splinters, so good for her. She's gonna hit 120 a little bit before her death cap, but both of those are pretty big spikes for her. She gets a boatload of AP out of both of them. Rurika now on his second item. Both third, sorry if you count my eyes.
Yeah, no, Otacon is up. Been up for a bit. Let's see if they try to focus it. They are looking to get a pick here on Ares. Ares will be going Meganar soon. Now we're going to get the Boomerang. Nice cancel on the double jump, but he does get the Meganar. Nars him into the wall. Steris does pop, but everybody has arrived, and they're able to pick up the kill onto Ares. So that should be Otacon. Oh, nice charm there onto Rusty. Oh, unfortunately, y'all does miss for Varus. Chains of Corruption doesn't land, so kind of cancels any plans there. But I mean, they will pick up mid turret, so bit of a consolation prize. We got Drake coming up in 30 seconds. Nar will be coming back up.
You see Nevis on her second item here, so I'm expecting Sivir to start being able to output some very respectable damage in these team fights coming up. But this is kind of the point in the game where Zoe, either you can play it really well and land some bubbles, or it just feels very useless to play here. Because now, like, you're going to walk into potentially Syndra, Morgana Qs, stuff like that.
See if
trying
they're
to queue
trying
forward.
to just focus down this Drake. Ares is hitting. He's probably trying to build up Meganar.
Yeah.
So we're going to get ourselves a full 5v5. No turret help. But the Drake should get bursted down pretty quickly. No, the Temper Vent's going to come in. Land onto the Drake. Here comes the full team. Huge Meganar to the walls. Only actually going to hit one. Only landed through here. The Drake is taken by Rusty. But how's the fight going to go? Hobby did knock people out of the fight. But it does not matter. Blue's just trying to kite away. But he's going to die. Nice bubble. And that's going to be 3 for none.
This could potentially be Baron for the side of Happy Jellyfish.
Rurika trying to flash, and he wants to end this game. Does not land the bubble, though.
Yep. And Baron, I think, is going to be the big game changer here for the Happy Jellyfish squad. Because it makes it way too difficult if they 5-man lane or even 4-1 to try and clear a lot of these minions. The Scorch lineup does not have like the most innate wave clear.
Yeah, we'll see how things go. I mean, I think it still favors Happy Jellyfish in this game regardless. Even when we cut the lead into 3K, But Soul is now an option, and a win con for the side of Scorch. That might be enough to get them the win. So we shall see.
It's almost kind of a feels bad now because I feel like the Happy Jellyfish draft scales innately better outside of the mid matchup. But if they get the Dragon Soul here, then that means Elder's on the table. So within another 6 to 7 minutes, whenever they posture for it, this Sivir is going to have 4 items and is going to do a boatload of damage in the team fight. So everything seems to be pointing towards Happy Jellyfish.
And the wave clear is not really crazy on Scorch, so they should be able to siege pretty well with this Baron. And Ares is gonna go Mega Gnar. Oh, tons of damage. It has to be a pick out of Eureka. He's got his stats back up to 19.
Welcome, Zoe.
Eureka, though, forced the flash wave and change the corruption there. So it's a bit of a win here. Tier 2 and bot will fall, though.
Yep. This is the situation Zoe loves being in.
Nice Temper Fate. He's going to catch Mustafa, but beautiful Steadfast Presence to stop Dippy from getting in there. I don't know how much that's going to matter, as they are still able to take the turret. Now they're going to force this inhibitor. Oh, Dippy trying to get in there, but beautiful E into the inhibitor. The Calico just dying. There's so much damage coming out of Navis at this point in the game. Nice bubble is going to land. Butcher has respawned. What can they do? Sterix Gage has popped on the Snar. Not giving him an opportunity to get in there. Oh my goodness, so much damage from Marika. Say this game is just unplayable. That is a double kill as 16 kill game out of Eureka, and that's going to be a swift series out of Happy Jellyfish. You cannot say it was clean by any means. Game 2 was a bit rocky, but they were able to close it out nonetheless.
Yeah, it went from 9 to 6 to 3K gold leads when Scorch won a few fights, and then back up to 9 to finish the game. Like I said, once I got the Baron, it just made it really difficult for the Scorch comp to wave clear.
Yeah, so that's going to be GG there. Series victory going over to Happy Jellyfish. Congratulations to them, picking up their first series win of the split. Unfortunately, Scorch will start off 0-1, but a great showing out of Happy Jellyfish here, CLT. I think they played even above what I would have expected from them to start the split. So I knew they were going to come out guns a-blazing, but not this heavy. So
yeah.
Gotta watch
I
out
agree.
for Jellyfish. You could say that they're back, if you want, considering how their last split went when they were sad Jellyfish. So maybe they just need to be happy, you know. Maybe being sad wasn't the answer.
Yeah, I do like the fight out of the Scorch team, though. It looked like they at least could understand what they needed to do to get back into the game. And like I said, they chipped away at the gold lead there for a little bit, but once Jellyfish got that Baron, Baron is like secretly OP when you just don't have much wave clear against him.
Yeah, I mean, it was not enough damage coming out of the Virus and the Syndra, honestly. You know, they weren't able to really hit targets. They were getting pretty much one shot in every fight. Maybe they needed a little better peel, I don't know, but in theory, I liked what the comp looked like. I thought the Morgana lane should be strong early, but they weren't able to get their advantages. And once the Bard started doing Bard things, the game, and then the Zoe started doing Zoe things, the game became really, really difficult.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Happy Jellyfish starting off season 1-0. Scorch going to 0-1. But
Yeah, Haku, technically speaking, you guys did lose to scheduling. Unfortunately so. But I mean, here we are. You know, it didn't go the way that you guys planned, regardless, right? It was a much tougher split than you guys had experienced the last split. So, um, hopefully, this version of Jellyfish can have the success they've had in the past, and of course, to your team, your new team. I forgot what you guys called yourselves.
I
But
believe it's 5 big
yeah,
booms.
5 big booms. There you go. Yeah, so
Yep.
that's got the other half of the original Jellyfish squad. So hopefully, you both can have the success you guys want. But yeah, that's gonna be it here for now, guys. Uh, I know for sure CLT is gonna cast one of the series here in about 30 minutes. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how I'm feeling. I may or may not cast one, but I felt obligated to at least do this when I told CLT last week I'd do it with them. So um, you might see me back on in 30. You might not. But there are 2 series, so I guess CLT will have a pick of the one he wants to do. So GG, and you guys have a wonderful night, and thanks CLT for coming around, my man.
Yep. Anytime, brother.